though. So the next question says, what is a marginal seller and a marginal buyer? So this goes on the idea of economics of thinking on the margin. And so what we're really thinking here is who is, for a marginal seller, who is the last seller who is willing to sell at this price, right? Who's barely willing to sell because they basically earn no no producer surplus from selling this good. And on the buyer side, who is the last person to buy, the least willing person to buy this good at this price, who's still buying the good, and that's the person who again earns no consumer surplus from buying this good because the current price is his exact willingness to pay. And so everybody else who's buying might be willing to pay more, but this marginal buyer is the last person who entered the consumption kind of market here at this price point. So that's kind of what the marginal seller and marginal buyer refer to. Let's take a look at the previous tutor's answer. And they said a marginal buyer and a marginal seller are those who barely stay in the market, which is good. A marginal seller is a seller who is willing to sell his goods at a price equal to its economic cost and does not produce a surplus, right? And that's what we talked about as this guy who just barely is selling and he doesn't earn any benefit at all. If the price becomes lower, the marginal seller will leave the market. For example, a marginal seller sells at a minimum selling price of 2. Anything lower than that will drive him out of the market. Meanwhile, a marginal buyer is the one whose maximum buying price is just 2. Anything higher than that will drive him out of the market, right? So again, just these thinking on the margin, it's the same thing as any other time we see the word margin. Just the last person on the very kind of cusp of leaving the market due to if the price were to change in either direction. So, great answer. We'll mark that as correct.